Hello and welcome to Ask Me Anything with ARKS once again on a Saturday evening. I hope this 1 hour is going to give you all the answers that you always wanted to ask but didn't know where to ask. Today's session primarily will be on B schools to apply, what B schools to apply and why to apply, what are the programs to apply, and of course, any questions that you might have on CAT, on MBA, on various entrance examinations, and of course, as I said, the business schools. Thank you so much for joining me in. Very, very nice to see you all. Some of you just about joined in for the next 1 hour, my friends. This is ARKS signing up into this AMA with ARKS. We have a very first question by Sahil. By the way, please let your questions keep coming in. Sahil Alam, sir, in mocks, I am not able to score marks while I give sectional tests. I score in quants in the range of 28 to 32. Frankly, couple of things, Sahil, which is true, is that the level of difficulty is always going to be slightly less in a sectional test as compared to a mock, which also means that if you are able to get 28 to 32, that's about 10 out of 26 questions you are normally able to get, correct? In the real mock or in the real CAT itself, I can guarantee you that you would be able to do 7 to 8, if not more. That is the beginning. We have 80 odd days to go, friend. I think if you just do the same practice, first, if you're only getting 11, 12, there is still about 50 odd marks available for you to get, even in the sectional test. Forget about the real mocks itself. Have you put in some effort there to redo those questions? Similarly, when you look at a mock, have you solved every question in the mock? If that you have done, Sahil Alam, I'm telling you, it's pretty soon that even in the mocks, you'll start getting that 30, 32. And over the next 10 weeks, can you increase it to 60 and get a 99.9? I think that is what I would expect you to do. A very, very good evening to each one of you who has come back today again. Rajneesh, Nikhil, Raja, Saha, Siddhant, Arun, Abhinav. I am very good, Abhinav Gupta. Harshit, is it possible to aim 99 percentile with preparation? Exactly what I've just said, Harshit. Yes, you can, provided you are ready to put in that kind of an effort. In fact, I know of a student last year who is a lawyer, started her preparation incidentally on the September of 11th. And she got a 99.4 plus. She is in IIM Lucknow. She got through final selection too. That's what I think you can do, Harshit. Rajneesh Agrahari, this is exactly what I said to Alam right now. And I'm again saying that to you. If you are not able to solve in the exam hall, that is the mock timing, there are only two reasons for that. Your familiarity, your comfort zone, your strength in that area of the questions that you are able to solve or therefore not able to solve in the exam hall is not very strong. But you know that. The knowledge is there. That is the reason why you're able to solve outside the exam hall. So the one key thing that, in fact, a lot of you will understand is how can you make sure that you don't fall or rather succumb to the pressure in the score to kind of score in a mock. Can you just forget about the goddamn score when you're writing a mock? First, can you just forget that there is a goddamn mock you're writing and look at the questions and enjoy the questions? Believe me, if you can do that, I don't see any reason, Rajneesh, that you should not be solving all the questions that you can solve outside the exam. Abhay, 99.5 percentile will be somewhere around 112 to 114 marks out of 228 as far as the CAT 2020 was concerned. My suspicion is 2021 will also be very similar. Ritesh is asking a question, sir. I only want to do HRM. I will apply for XLRI and test. Any other college? See, if you look at CAT, the MDI has a HRM program, very, very strong program, probably as good as the others. Then IIM Ranchi has it. IIM Indore has it. So if you're really, really looking at HRM, Ritesh, I really don't know why, but you should write CAT also as seriously as you're writing XAT and TestNet. Okay, Isha Mittal is asking. Okay, I missed some of the questions in between. Then I have Harshad. Sir, after a score of 107 in last mark, I hit 57 in last. How to reconcile? Harshad, after scoring a century, if you score a duck in a next match, that happens once in a while, buddy. You're not in the best of moods, probably. Probably you kind of wasted a lot of time in the first 10 minutes of a DI set or a RC set, and it has got into your nerves, because of which you kind of bungled it up. Don't worry about it, Harshit. The next one is more important, rather last one. Okay, we have 70 odd people still. I hope all of your friends who are there, ask them to come and join me. I would be very happy to be a part of I want them to be a part of this AMA with ARKS. Isha, I am giving mocks, analyzing it, but don't get time to practice topics until next mock comes. See, Isha, you give a mock, I expect you to finish the analysis the very same day. Next 3 days is what you need to decide which are the topics you need to work on, Isha. If you're not doing it, then you're only writing mocks, and trust me, yes, it will improve, but it will not improve as much as you expect it to be. So please be very, very aware of this, that after writing a mock, after analyzing which topics that you need to put your effort on, it could be in LRDI, maybe set theory, maybe an arrangement set, maybe a number-based, math-based set, or it could be a simple cubes-based questions, or in a quant, whichever topic it is, arithmetic, within arithmetic, whichever topic. Please pick that up and don't leave it, Isha Mittal. This is very, very specific, not only to you, but everyone else too. Very good evening, Sony. And target score, I told you, Abhay. Yes, I am CL students have in quants, can't get second question. I fear to ask my teacher at the center. Yes, I don't know which center are you at, and if you are afraid of your own teacher, what will you be when you become a manager tomorrow? Please don't be afraid. We teachers are there to help you. At worst case, what can say, what silly question you are asking me, kind of a statement, somebody can say yes, right? But they better answer. Okay, I'm there, right? I'm a teacher. I like people asking questions. I might be harsh with them once in a while, but I will never let them down. So will not any true teacher. Sunidhi, hi Sunidhi. I hope your problem got solved about that BCom and BCom honors that you wanted to say about. Sahil, Symbiosis College to tick in Snap. Sahil, in Symbiosis, in Snap, there are various institutes. SIBM Pune is number 1. SCM HRD Pune is number 2, the main flagship MBA programs. Then you have SIIB, International Business, again their flagship program. You have SIBM Bangalore flagship program, and SIOM if you're interested in operations management. If you have, by any chance have a defense quota, I would expect you to look at SIMS, the Symbiosis Institute of Management Studies, which has 85% the defense quota personnel, for the defense quota personnel. Yash is asking the same. Good evening, Sudarshini. Very nice to see you again. Divay Garg scored 70 percentile in CL. See, if you are going to continue to have only 70 percentile, Divay, you will at best reach 82 percentile in the actual CAT. But I am expecting that if you are getting 70 percentile on 10th of September, 11th of September, we have 75 plus days to go. You know, September, October, November, and another 20 days in November, if you ask me, kind of things. That's about 78, 79 days, 75 days at least. I think you should look at least getting to that 90 percentiles in the CL mocks. If you can get CL mocks 95 percentile, 90 percentile even, your actual percentile will be 95 plus, which will give you an IIM call from most of the institutes except probably the old ones. Divay, you got it, I hope. Harshit, what is the minimum marks or questions for each section for overall 99 plus percentile? Harshit, typically, again, we can change it every year, it changes, but around 42 net marks in verbal ability, 39 to 40 net marks in quant, depending on last year, and about 27 in DI. If this was last year, you would have got a 99 percentile in each of them. That's the way I look at it. But again, this year it can change. The DI could be easy, the quant could be very tough, the verbal could be very, very tough, or whatever that may be. But I can tell you something, on an average, this is, listen to this, all of you carefully. If you want to get a 99 percentile, try getting about 45 to 50% of the paper. If there are 78 marks in a section, it's 26 questions, right? 39 marks is the bare minimum I expect. That's, if you get it, you will get a 99 plus percentile comfortably, right? Charu Arora, sir, I am scoring 65 to 80 marks. That's a very good score, Charu. and I keep missing some of the questions. Oh, there are so many lovely questions coming up, my friends. I'm so sorry. Again, may I request all of you not to ask the same question more than once. I will get down to answering that. Spend some time with me so that you will get not only your answers, but answers to many of the other questions that you have. Okay? See, Yash, for example, is asking 100 times the same question. Please, Yash, do not do that. Okay? Please, all of you, do it only once. You might think that I will be skipping the questions. I will, because you are asking the same question so many times, I might get skipping really, really good questions. So again, 65 to 80 marks in CL is good, but I think you need to touch that 90 to 100 marks, Charu. That's the one thing I'm going to take. Arab Wasim, I have made a small video on how to use the DILR 1000 and how to use that course. There are 5 beginner modules and 9-week courses. First 2 weeks are on. I am saying make it a fact that every week you go through. If you can, first 2 weeks, finish the first 2 weeks. First 1 week itself, you can finish the first 2 weeks ka sessions because we are into it. Mr. Sharma is asking, sir, don't have the EWS certificate now. We will be able to provide by the interview. Will the undertaking mentioned how to proceed? There is an undertaking. You can give it, download the proforma for it and put it across, Sharma. I have 2 small questions is what Saha is asking me this question. When will Inmet classes start for MBA students? We have a plan for that. We thought of starting in the first week of September, but give me some time, Saha. I think we will announce it this week. As you had mentioned in the Nmat form filling, I have chosen Xavier's in the option, but where do we find the separate form? The separate form will come from this university itself. They have not started it yet, Saha. Vaibhav, sir, after doing mock analysis, I realized the fact that there's not lacking in knowledge, but I guess time management is a problem. Vaibhav, I have been taking strategy sessions on how to attempt each of the sections. May I request you to go through those things? Please solve them and come back to me of how you are doing it so that I can help you much better than that. Now, we have crossed 100 people watching this, but only 26 likes. It looks like I'm not doing good job. Should I fill Nmat and Snap? Having a limited budget for form filling and I'm a fresher and I have an underwhelming profile and will take a loan for MBA. Abhinav, if you have an underwhelming and profile, so to say, you're a fresher, I would definitely ask you to fill up Snap and Nmat. Snap for sure, because there are 4 colleges under that. Nmat at least only 2 or 3 colleges. FMS Delhi, the form has not been open yet as of today, Sarthak Gautam. The day it opens, we will inform you. You can apply it. It's a normal application form. It will be coming closer to CAT exam. Vanshika Saluja is asking, sir, which is better, MBA or PGDM? Friend, MBA is from a university, PGDM is from a autonomous institute. Most of the IIMs can give an MBA or a PGDM. What matters is neither of the two. What matters is the institute that you're getting from. So all that matters is the institute. Look at that very, very quickly is what I would say. Siddhanta Panda, as much I try, I'm panicking under the exam situations. Any suggestions? So Siddhanta, and this is for everybody who's panicking when you're writing an exam. You know, this is very normal, guys. Just listen to me very, very carefully for a moment. And this is for every one of you who's listening to me and hopefully are fearing that, yaar, kuch to ho jaye mera zindagi mein, kuch to kar denge ki I can get a 99%. Desperation will get you nowhere. You know, many a time, even the best of the guys mess up an exam. I'm not using the word screw up an exam because it's unparliamentary and YouTube, I don't know, YouTube, everybody uses it, but I'm saying this. The most of the times why you mess up an exam, Siddhant, it's not just you, every one of us, including me, is when there's a huge amount of pressure on us and we are trying to prove something to somebody. I'll tell you one simple logic of this, Siddhanta. When I'm taking a live class, and I take a lot of live classes, by the way, you know that. Something which is very simple. If I do not concentrate, when I don't concentrate, I make a mess out of that. You know, I don't read the goddamn question because something else is going in on my mind. There are 100 people listening to me and I'm thinking, oh, they are trying to make me, I have to prove something to them. I have to kind of be very good to something to them. That's bullshit. I don't have to prove anything, nor you have to prove anything to anybody, including yourself for that matter. There is a question, there is a set, there is an RC. Can you just enjoy that one small thing? Can you not just enjoy that brilliant moment of leading a question and deciding, boss, can I solve it? Can't I solve it, without thinking of whether I'm going to IIM Ahmedabad or going to IIT Ghaziabad? Can you think, Siddhant? And the same thing with the mocks also. You know what happens when the mocks happen? And this is true for a lot of you. One mock, you don't think of anything else, or just go ahead and write in, and suddenly you get a 90 percentile. You say, wow, मेरे को तो अच्छा आ गया यार, next time मुझे 95 आना चाहिए. वो 65 पे निकल जाता है. Why does it go back to 65? Because very obviously what are you doing is that you are now going with not looking at the questions and answering, you are going with the thinking that 95 आना चाहिए, 105 आना चाहिए करते. नहीं आएगा. मर गया तो भी नहीं आने वाला है. Look at what happened. The more you try, the more you will go down. When I'm using the word try, that is desperate try. Cracking a CAT kind of an exam, ZAT, or any interview also, when you go to the interview. When you go to the interview, one of the things what is going to happen, my friends, you're going to pray. I hope he'll not ask me that question. I hope they will not ask me the question in subjects. You're trying to kind of avoid that. Your avoidance is going to give that student, give that interviewer that, bhai, isko nahi aata hai. And they're going to find you. They are too experienced for that. Now, that is an interviewer who is looking at you. Very unfortunately, you are your own adversary in your CAT exam. Siddhant, not only you, for every one of you. Can you, from now onwards, this is one mantra I'm going to give you. When you write a mock, have a plan, whatever the plan may be, 40-minute plan per section. Stick to that plan. You could have got 0 marks. I don't care. You shouldn't care to. But if you have not stuck to the plan, kick your backside for yourself. Because your job is to be disciplined in life. Get the discipline, scores, uska jo bhi aayega. Sach bol raha hu main. Trust me when I'm saying this. And I'm not saying it for the heck of it, guys. 20 years I've seen kids getting it. You guys getting it. Why can't you? Please keep that in mind. Satyam Sharma. If you are able to solve only 4 questions, this is again, look at the question of Satyam Sharma, and I'm going to look at that. Those of you who have not, I'm going to read it for you. I am not able to solve more than 4 questions in quant, but during analysis, I solved quite well. What should I do? Here is a very simple logic for you. If I were you, the way I will change my strategy is something like this. I will tell myself, boss, I will give 10 questions, 10 minutes. And the first 6 questions I will check. These 6 questions, I will only solve 2. First 2 minutes, I will read the 6 questions. Satyam Sharma, I will read all the 6 questions, pick up 2 questions and solve in 3.5, 4 minutes. 10 minutes done. Next 10 minutes, next 7 questions. I will read that questions in 2.5 minutes. Pick 2 questions. 8 minutes I have. Solve only 2 questions. Next 10 minutes, 7 questions. Last 10 minutes, 6 questions. 6, 7, 7, 6. 26. Every 10 minutes, I pick 2 questions, only solve 2 questions in 4 minutes each. Uska baap bhi aayega if you can solve it. CAT to kuch bhi nahi hai. And at 24 marks, you will start getting 90 percentiles sooner than later. And that can increase from 2 to 3, 3 to 4 as you go closer to the CAT exam. Satyam Sharma, that's for you. Mudit Agarwal, last 3 mocks. During mock 49, after mock 130, how to convert ARKSS? Mudit, I just told you. In fact, I've been answering the same question if you're listening to me. What I'm telling to Satyam, what I'm telling to everybody, don't be in a hurry. See, one of the problems with you also, Mudit, like everybody else, is you guys have the ability. You guys have the ability. Why are you not scoring? When your potential is there, like the Aukat you are talking about, when there is an Aukat score, if you are not reaching your Aukat score, only one thing is screwing up your life, and that is your stupid brain. And I'm using the word stupid brain because you're thinking, you're parallel processing. Let me answer this question in a very simple manner. You know, when you are writing a mock, when you are analyzing the mock outside the exam hall, when you are analyzing the mock outside the exam hall, your brain is working only on the question. So there is a serial processing going on. And hence, your entire brain is focusing on that question, and therefore you're able to solve because there is no problem with the timing. But when you are writing a mock, what is happening there is that there is a parallel processing. Your brain time is getting divided into two things. One part of your time brain is thinking about the goddamn timing which is going on, clock, cut. And the second part of it is thinking, what is it that I should solve? In other words, you're trying to parallel process, you're trying to multitask. Brains, especially Mudit Agarwal, if you are a boy, I hope you are. I don't know whether you are. I don't have to hope. If you're a boy, we men, boys cannot do multitasking. Women are brilliant in that. We are not. We will not get marks. So stop thinking about this thing. That's the only thing I'll tell you. Is that clear? And it's not just for Mudit. It's for Siddhant. It's for Satyam. It's for every one of you. Understand this. You are parallel processing. You cannot look at that. You have to be serial processing. The question and only the question that matters in front of you, and nothing else should matter. Jijo Harshad Casey is saying, own fact, sir, I'm student of your class, so how many sets should I do for DILR? Hey yaar, kitna kar sakte ho utna karo. Own fact. Thank you is what Shah is saying. I think I'm really behind, I think, with the questions. Good evening, sir. Scoring on 90, hoping for constant improvement. Is okay. My aim is 99. Absolutely, Shobit. You're on the right path. By when can we expect QA 1000? September 17th. What percentile is a good for a call and possible to convert IMA for a PWD? I think around 75 percentile should be good enough, Tata. But Tathagat, I think your name is, or at least, but if you get about 80, 85, you have a far better chance. Satyam Sharma, I have answered. Soni Sharma, is it worthwhile to write IFT? IFT is a damn good institute, Soni. That's up to you to decide whether it is worth for you. It is worth in general. Baibhav, sir, can't seem to go beyond 20 questions in quant, running out of time. Always 20 questions in quant. Baibhav Ghosh is a fantastic. If you're getting about 18 questions, you are 99.99 percentile. Focus on the other sections so that the overall will become 99.99 plus. Danish, is it good to fill level 3 colleges as this is my first attempt? Danish, you can give 1 or 2 questions. Definitely you should. Having said that, don't try to put too many of them there, because at the end of the day, you have a chance to write it again. But definitely look at tumhari auqat kya hona chahiye. Whether you are a tier 1 guy, tier 2 guy, tier 3 guy, at this stage of the life, you should definitely put in some effort there. So how do you decide which B schools to apply to? Divide the B schools into 3 tiers, tier 1, tier 2, tier 3. If your mock scores are telling you that you can get a tier 2 level, apply in a tier 1 also, predominantly in tier 2, and 1 or 2 in tier 3. If you are a tier 3 guy, for whatever reasons at the mocks level, apply a few in tier 2, predominantly in tier 3, maybe 1 in tier 4 also if required be, and maybe 1 in tier 1 just in case on that wonderful day you crack it, kind of things. If you're tier 1 guy, that means you're already getting a 90 plus, 95 plus percentile in the CL mocks or an IMS mocks or a time mocks or any other mocks. Then I'm saying, unless you kind of do harakiri in the actual exam, you will get a fantastic percentile. That means you will get an IM. So look at the tier 1 institutes, maybe 1 or 2 or 3 or 4, 2 or 3 or 3 or 4 in the tier 2. Forget about the tier 3. Is that clear, guys? That's what a B school application should be clearly. Yash and Sahil, I answered that question. What is the probability that CAT 21 QA section will be dominated with geometry? I don't know. It's your guess is as good as mine, Malvika. Sir, I have Nmat attempt on 23rd October. I'm trying to juggle Nmat mock and CAT mocks, but not getting enough time to rectify mistakes. So you'll have to reduce the number of CAT mocks. Make CAT mocks one a week rather than 2 a week, and 1 Nmat a week. That's the way I would suggest for the moment if you are very focusing on Nmat. The moment 23rd is October is over, you have exactly 35 days to go. Then you can do another every 3 days one CAT paper. at that point of time. That's for you, Rastogi. Siddhartha Sitaraman is asking, good evening, sir. I am constantly only able to solve 8 to 10 questions. Any tips for better time management? So can I? See, here is what I'm saying. There are two ways in time management. First, if you're able to attempt 8 to 10 questions, which means to say you can solve 15 questions, really. That 5 questions you are not solving simply because you are getting overwhelmed, or you are wasting time on those questions which you are not able to solve. Any question, look at it. I have 40 minutes to go. I have 40 minutes to go. Any question, if you're not able to solve within the first minute, if you're not in any close position to get an answer, either from the choices or from substitution or from your normal choice, leave it. 26 questions, 26 minutes, 26 questions you will leave. For every question you can spend 1 minute. In other words, 14 more minutes are there. Come back to those 14 questions. You can solve 2 minutes for each question is more than sufficient. Any question which is more than 2 minutes in an exam, especially if you are at this good, is not worth solving. Understand that. Okay, Manish, I have not prepared for algebra, said you should start now. Of course, you should. What percentile is needed for IIMs, EWS? EWS, Diva, is going to be very high. It's equal to 98, 99 percentile because there is hardly any difference between them. Not able to concentrate, are always having something going on which deviates the study time. And again, the next day is placed with timeline decreasing. Harshit, that's because you're afraid of what's happening with you. It's a normal thing that happens to a lot of people, guys. Please understand that if you're worried about your final outcome, that is when you kind of screw up more than when you are really focusing on what you want to do. Don't try to study for 5 hours. Can you study for half an hour, Harshit? That's all I want you to do. Once half an hour comes in, then go to the next half an hour after 2 hours of work. Give yourself slow and steady improvements, and that is when you will do much better. Okay, almost all the questions are similar. Balancing studies and work is proving difficult. Okay, I think I have gone a little ahead. Okay. Vardhan is asking, I have a difficulty in choosing between options in VARC and get a lot of negative marks. See, the point is you are wasting too much of time in choosing. Probably you should spend more time reading the passage. If you are losing time in choosing choices, it means only one thing. You do not understand the passage, the paragraph that is given to you. Please spend on that time, even if it means that another half a minute extra, so that your comprehension of that passage is much better. If your comprehension is better, trust me, you will do your choosing of the choices also much better. Mayank, Divya, if you are doing it before October 25th or after November 28th, Divya Agarwal, this is for you for Nmat. Mayank, balancing studies and work is proving difficult and I am unable to score in CL mocks. First and foremost, balancing studies and work is proving difficult and able to improve scores in CL mocks. I would say in a day of 24 hours, can you earmark 3 hours for your cat? The rest of it, you please do it for your subject and studies. Very honestly, Mayank, and every one of you who's sitting here, it's an excuse that you're giving us. Your excuse you're giving yourself, that there is so much to study. There is not so much to study, frankly speaking. Understand that. What you need to do is compartmentalize your life. When you are studying, don't think of cat. When you're studying cat, don't think about your studies. If you can divide those two things in a very simple manner, you will be surprised that you will start getting much better marks. DILR is good for beginners also, but please go through the trial and then only take it. Mayank, you need to have not just discipline will come in only when you have that burning desire to succeed. That is the most important thing. Keshav, yes, English speaking is compulsory in an interview. Aryan, sir, can you please share the list of forms of all the B schools that have been released? Aryan, that's going to be there available on the website itself. But having said that, let me tell you what are the forms which have come in. Obviously, the CAT form, ZAT form, your IFT form, your SNAP and Nmat, all the main exams have come in already. The exams are important. Finish that exams. The rest of it will come automatically in September and October. I'm facing a problem in RC. Like I can understand the passage and questions too. I usually get confused between the options. Come on, Tanya, that's not correct. This is a very, to my mind, not the best of answers that you've given me. If you can understand the passage, there is nothing, that means you have not understood the question. Forget about the choices. The choices will give you a very clear indication of what is the wrong choice. In fact, there is something called point of elimination or the elimination technique. When you are doing reading comprehension, or for that matter, frankly, everything else, one of the best ways to do English, especially, is elimination techniques rather than figuring it out kind of things. There will be very obvious indicators why something is not an answer or why it's a red herring question. Where it's kind of a red herring that ये मेरे को मेरा answer है ले लो करके tick करता है, वो wrong होता है. Why? Because that's what the question setter wants you to do, because you have not understood the passage first. So focus on the passage and the wordings given in the choices. You will get them much, much better. At least after the exam is over, do that analysis. Do that analysis of why you have missed out on each of these questions. And then you will see where you are making mistakes every time. That will help you, Tanya. Okay, Vanshika is asking, I am currently in my final year and I was filling the IFT form, and the form only shows 2021 as the completion year of graduation. But my graduation will complete in 2022. What do you do in such case? Vanshika, I'll check it out. Send a mail to IFT guys. They might have made a mistake. Do not worry about it. We will get there. I mean, let me check that IFT form very quickly. Okay? Not able to have a good strategy for DILR section. Mikey, I am telling you, please listen to my DILR strategy. Do that for the next 3 mocks. I bet you will start getting marks there, and good marks there. Akshay, you're asking me, should we attempt 2 attempts for snap? Why do you want to waste your money? Don't do that unnecessarily. Harshit, not able to concentrate. I told you this. Manish, I have not prepared for algebra. I told you this. You should. Rajneesh, we have to apply for colleges after CAT. Some of the institutes, Rajneesh, have to be applied before CAT. Like SP Jain, MDI, FMS, typically will be before CAT. Most of them after that. Shall I give an Nmat snap? I attempted CAT 2019 for 40 marks. Mock scores moderate. If your CAT 2019 is 140, yes, that's brilliant, frankly. But write other mocks also is what I would say. Okay, somebody is asking, if you are enjoy the live session, my colleagues are asking, hit the like button, guys. I am 84 likes and there are more than 121 of you. I am sure I'm short of 16 to get 100 likes. I know I'm becoming more, narcissistic these days, it looks like. That's bad, actually. Hello, currently I'm in my state OBC certificate with me, so I can submit the CAT form instead with the undertaking form and my state OBC. Yes, Dikshita, you can do that. Oh, that's lovely. I've got 105. I mean, I'm really, guys, this kind of really gives me a feeling that I might be doing something good for you guys. Parvati Krishnan, right now 30 is my VARC mock score. Is it good or bad? As of now, 30 is not bad. You can make it to 45. That will get you the 99 percentile. You are at 85 to 90 percentile approximately. Okay, we have Rastogi. I'm using topic tests and mock questions to prepare. Should I redo the questions or pick up questions from the CL books? See, both these things. If you're solving it, you don't have to redo it. If you're not able to get that right, then you need to redo it for sure, is what I would say. How to manage work and prepare, sir, where quant is a problem per se, require your help. Sharshit, I think you're asking similar kind of questions. What I'm saying is, try to give at least about an hour and a half to 2 hours per day, or about 8 to 10 hours at least per week for the next 9-10 weeks. We have 11 weeks to go. 11 weeks to go for the CAT exam. 10 weeks are even I'm saying, if you can spend about 70 to 100 hours approximately in these 10 weeks, I think you will start getting and spending from writing the mocks and revising those things. Okay, we have a lot more questions. IPM Careers is best for coaching for Ipmat. The way I look at it is Career Launcher is the best for Ipmat also, my friends. Sir, please suggest which schools which are not make priority academic marks. Anuj, except for the top 6 IIMs, most of them will not look at your scores very, very clearly. Your CAT, ZAT, all those scores matter much, much more. So yes, whatever you prepare for CAT will be important, but you have an IFT exam much later, so you'll have time. I think it's 1 week after that. So if you prepare for CAT, make sure that you prepare for CAT well. After that, 1 week is there. You can write 3 mocks in IFT to kind of get up to speed with the IFT type of questions. So Satvik Soni, I would say if you are able to get that 80 to 90 percentiles by the time September end or October 15th to October 30th is over, I think you are in a very good position in CL mocks. Studious guy, I have answered this question already in the beginning itself, my friend. I will answer it a little bit. Which snap should attempt? Any first attempt is fine enough, Sanskar. Somewhere around December 19th is what they have given you, right? Okay, we have more questions. So does CAT reaffirm for correction? No, they will not, Radhika. Pratik, hello sir. Right now, my getting 95 marks in mocks. How to ace? Should I purchase DLR for 1000? DLR 1000 for DLR. Frankly, Pratik, I can't be, because I am an interested party in DLR 1000. It is my course. It's one of the best courses that we do. But at the same time, you figure out whether you are doing very well in DILR. You need that extra bit of a input, then take it up. If you don't need an input, don't take it up is what I would say. How to prepare for new types of DILR that comes in CAT exams other than CL mocks? See, CL mocks will ensure, Neil, that all types of questions which are given in CAT will be picked up without any doubt. Shubham Kumar, how do I prepare for an Ipmat exam? I'm glad somebody is asking out of CAT also. Ipmat is for those students who have finished their 12th or going to write their 12th and want to get into an IIM Indore, IIM Rohtak, IIM Ranchi, Bodh Gaya or Jammu. There are 5 IIMs which take students for a 5-year integrated program in management. Those of you who don't know, I'm telling you this. Ipmat is an exam. Both IIM Indore conducts it separately and IIM Rohtak conducts it separately. I would say Career Launcher is definitely the best. I am the head of Ipmat also along with CAT. So that's for that question. I'm getting 70 plus marks. So somebody is disappointed, career advisor, disappointed with DILR 1000. No problems, my friend. Please tell me what are you disappointed with. Let's see how I can help you as we go along. What exactly is your problem? Please DM me. I would be very happy to answer that. Sir, I'm getting 70 plus marks in CL mocks. It's pretty decent right now. That 70, can it go to 100? I think you are in with a very, very strong chance of getting into the top IIMs itself. Forget about the other ones. Yes, Aditi, you can do that. QNP Yum. Sir, I have 84% in 10th, 72% and 8 CPI in graduation. Can I have a chance? See, at IIM Ahmedabad, I am first and foremost, if you are aiming for IIM Ahmedabad, you will need a 99.7 plus percentile if you have normal ACATS. With your ACATS, you will need a 99.9 percentile. Yum. Okay. Rohit Arora, does difficulty of Nmat exam increase in the last weeks? That's stupid, Rohit. It doesn't help. It doesn't do that. I mean, I don't know why that kind of a rumor comes in itself. So I'm getting close to 78. I said SimCats. I have started preparing from September. 88 percentile in SimCats is very, very good, studious guy. Can I reach 99 percentile? 88 to 99 percentile in the next 70 days is like very, very possible, my friend. Very, very possible. Okay. I'm scoring 51 is what Ritesh is saying. In testnet mock, is it good for now? Not 51 is good because GK is the huge thing. You need to work on GK, guys, because that's almost 40 marks of GK itself comes in, Ritesh. Parvati, again, you're asking, when attempting mocks, I'm not able to comprehend the quants questions. Okay, Parvati Krishnan, I'm going to answer this question to you, my friend. And this is true all of you who have a problem with quant or VARC or DILR. When you are reading in the exam hall, whatever, mock or non-mock, may I request you to read the question carefully. Don't be in a hurry. That's the reason why you're not comprehending. Why are you not comprehending? Because you say, kyun karna hai? Aaram se karo na. When attending, I'm not able to come. This is the reason. This kind of reading. You're trying to fast. Why do you want to do fast? There's a lot of time. You know what? If I stop talking for the next 30 seconds, you know what will happen? Look at this. Whew. 30 seconds is this long. The problem is when you are writing an exam, you are afraid. Therefore, you're reading it extremely fast. Again, I'm saying this, those of you who have not heard me. There are two things that are happening when you're writing exams. Your brain is parallel processing. One, you're thinking of the question. Two, you're thinking about your marks, your timing, your life, everything else in the world. Why do you want to give so much of torture to your brain? Don't. Think about only the question in hand. You will be better off. Trust me on this. Is that clear, Parvati? And that's for every one of you. Ankush, with a gap of 11 and 12, but I passed my 12th after 72. No, it will not stop in any way. Your I am Ankush. Sir, couldn't make the OBC certificate. Can I put only undertaking form with state IBC of 2018? See, what I would say for OBC certificates, send a message to the CAT admissions guys. They will definitely give you a quicker answer than I can. But I am saying, if you are, remember that if they reject that application, your OBC is gone. Keep that in mind is what I would say. You have to renew it, and it has to be valid at the time of your interview for your OBC certificate. JNU is not so great for MBA, Kriti. Sir, is it okay to look at solutions of DLR set without trying until we get it? Arushi, spend at least 10 to 15 minutes. 10 to 15 minutes after finishing the mock, and after that also, if you don't crack it or if you can't solve it, then see the solution. Pranav, sir, I'm very confused and nervous. What should I do since CET is on 18th and simultaneously I'm targeting CAT 2021? 18th is 7 days to go, right? Focus on CET right now. And after 18th is over, think of CAT. Simple. Come to Papa. So of course, you need to be strong in all sections, but at least strong in 60-70% of the sections to really crack the exam. Sir, I had 9, 7 in 10th and 25 BTech. Please tell me percentile for IB. All of them will require 99.9 plus percentile with these kind of marks, Sai Tarun, if you are a general category student. Frankly, Yash, it is the same for every student who is writing the exam, Yash. So relatively, it is tougher or easier, exactly the same. That's the reason why I have left it. Is that clear? Dikshita, sir, how to make my schedule for 2 months preparation for CAT? Can I score 95 percentile? Frankly, Dikshita, anybody can score even 99 percentile given that we have 75 days to go. All I'm saying is you need to have a plan to write the mocks, and every mock after that, you need to look at how to improve 1 or 2 particular topics to kind of keep improving on that. Now, if you look at VARC, now let me talk about VARC for a few moments because I've been only talking about quant and DI. VARC again requires a lot of familiarity. It requires a lot of, thanks Parvati, VARC requires you to kind of have a kind of not just familiarity, a comfort zone when you're reading something. For example, you're reading something on philosophy. If you don't understand what you're reading, what will happen in the questions is you kind of go completely awry. Same thing with if you're an art student and reading a business passage, or if you're a engineering student reading a biology passage, everything goes awry and haywire. We have 75 days to go. Unlike your quant and DI, where there are certain topics to prepare on, here it is more of reading on a regular basis. Can you think of reading, apart from the mocks, every day, at least 2 passages from Aeon or anything else, if you don't mind. And then you will suddenly see that your comfort zone will go up very, very high. Problem what is happening is you don't even understand what you're reading when you're seeing it. And then you start going to the passage. In fact, I was talking to a student yesterday. He says, I'll go to the passage and then search for the exam, search for the answers. That's a good idea if it's a long passage, but it's a short 500-word passage which comes in a CAT exam. 500 words CAT exam. It will take you 2 minutes to read. Let it take 2.5 minutes to read, but understand what you're reading it. And then go to the questions, and the elimination choice will be the fastest and the easiest way to do it. Is that one? That is what I would like to do it. Pushkar, IPM ke liye drop mat kijiyega. My idea is please take up something and start studying along with it. Thanks, Yash. Okay, Harshit, which B schools are likely to remove the graduation marks? Most of them will remove the graduation marks this year at least because of the pandemic. Sir, please suggest some good non-IIM colleges. Vaibhav, I can call up a lot of Vaibhavi. Sorry, I can give you a lot of these things. For example, non-IIMs, XLRI of course is good. FMS is not under CAT. Under CAT itself, you have SPJ and MDI Gurgaon, NITI, IIT. So all the IITs for that matter, IIT Bombay and Kharagpur and Madras, Kanpur, very, very good. Delhi, of course. I'm sorry, how can I forget Delhi? And then you have IMT Ghaziabad, XIM Bhubaneswar, or it's called XUB nowadays, or you have BIM Trichy or TAPME. There are so many good colleges in the top 50, guys, if those of you are interested in that. Sanskar, you will need with that kind of marks also 99.7. Okay, BBA you will need a 99 plus in most cases. Sir, could you please tell me out how to revise the QA section before taking a mock? Before taking a mock, you don't revise Nilabra. You don't have to do it before that. After that, you need to do it. You are preparing on your own and take a mock. But when you're writing a mock, that 40 minutes plan should be clear, and your discipline in that plan is very, very important. Aditya Kumar is asking me, sir, in quant, I was able to do the questions of geometry and algebra where there is no time constraint, but I get stuck and won't be able to apply the formulas during the mocks in the first go. That's because your familiarity, my friend, is not very, very strong. You're good, but not good enough. That's all it means. Just do the same practice once again, guys. All these mocks that you're writing, just think about it, guys. Give me 2 minutes to, once again, all of you have the similar questions. So I'll give you, how do I do this quant very, very clearly. Think about this. Think about this. You will be writing from now onwards till the CAT exam, let's say 12 mocks. I hope you have done another 12 mocks by now. If you have not done it, let's say I am expecting that all of you, at least whatever you have done and what you're going to do together, do at least 30 mocks. That's exactly what we give you, by the way. 30 mocks into 26 questions alone will give you 780 questions in quant. 780 questions in quant. That 780 questions, if I divide it in a nice way, you will find approximately 200 of them in arithmetic, 200 of them in algebra. Another 180 divided between numbers, geometry, and miscellaneous. I'm not even telling to do major things. Of course, you should do the other things also. Your class sheets, your topic tests, your sectional tests, your DILR 1000 or QA 1000 or VARC 1000, doesn't matter, whatever you do. But these 780 questions, can you properly do it twice? And then look at the CAT original questions, last 9 papers of 17 to 20. 9 into approximately 30, because there are differences. 270 questions. Together, 1000 questions. Can you solve these absolutely thoroughly, not once, twice? You will be getting a 99 percentile. That's the easiest way of getting a 99 percentile, even starting today. That's what I would say. Sir, can I follow preparation plan of 5 months in 2.5 months by doubling the number of hours? Yes, you can, studious guy, but it's not going to be that easy. Reduce the focus areas rather than doing everything else. Malik, I just told you this now. IITs will come later. The results, the IIT application forms will be out only after the CAT exam is over. Yes, you are asking the same question. Yes, of course you can. Shlok Modi, sir, is Wellingkar Business School good for doing MBA? Yes, it is a very good school for doing an MBA. How good it is depends on where you are looking at. Dashu Koshia, how to prepare for Gmat? See, Gmat has a slightly different exam. While the basics are going to be exactly same as CAT, you have two very, very important sections. Verbal ability, which has critical reasoning, reading comprehension, and sentence correction, grammar. Whereas when you look at problem solving within the quantitative area, there is something called data sufficiency. So my best is the OG guide for Gmat is the best to start with. OG guide is the official guide. And then take up mocks of Manhattan or Kaplan and Manhattan or Veritas for you to become better in that. Thanks, Sarika. How to get max out of DLR, as I'll be joining the course tonight. Sujit, join the course, get into my Telegram group, get in my messages, do what I've said, what the kind of a mindset you need to have to crack, you will be better off in that sense. Aryan, so do you think the marks versus percentile distribution will be same as CAT 2020? I would say it will be very similar, Aryan. It will be 19-20 ka farak, plus or minus in each of the sections, but overall 99 percentile last year was 102. This year at the best can go to 110, at the worst can go to 95. Nothing beyond that. Yes, Sriya, I really don't think any problem is in that sense. But all I'm saying is do not skip DI completely. If there are two sets of DI, then you will be unnecessarily wasting away your time. Okay. So QNPM, it's necessary when you have time, not when you have only 2.5 months to go. Forget about building profiles. Building profile will happen. It should have happened already. If it has not happened, your profile that you need to build is a great CAT score. That's it. Full stop. Sanskar Vyas, sir, please make DILR 1000 like VRC 1000. See, VRC 1000 is done by Jijo, sir. DILR 1000 is done by ARKS. Jijo and ARKS are different, Sanskar Vyas. I have a plan of which I believe this is the way to do it. You need to trust me whether I am the right guy for you to teach that or I'm not the right guy for you to teach that. It's your job. It is, you cannot say that I want that. You want that, you need to go to somewhere else. I believe there is a way in which DILR can be handled. And that is the way I am doing in DILR 1000. Sanskar. So you need to take a call on that, whether it makes sense for you, it doesn't make sense for you, don't make sense for you, don't take it. Absolutely clear about that. You see, please understand there's no compulsion for anybody in this world for doing anything at all. You have to hit the right mentor for yourself. That's all that matters. And then blindly trust without thinking twice about it, because that's the best thing that you can do. Win or lose has to be with somebody, one single buy. If you talk to 10 people, you will get 10 different pieces of advice, and you will get confused. Look at the person who you are taking a feedback from, advice from. The background of that person, the logic of that person. Logic is important, apart just the background, and then take a decision for yourself. Is that clear? That's something which I'm very, very clear about always in life. So Akash, my simplest suggestion is divide the entire LR and DI into various ideas, the types of questions. Pick one type of a question for 3 days. 18-19 types of question come in CAT at the max. 19 into 2 days you take, or 3 days you take, that's 57 days. We have 75 days to go for the CAT exam. In the next 60 days, per type of a question, spend 3 days to do something like 6 to 9 sets in that, from your funda book, from your test series, topic tests, your original CAT papers, and the CATs that you're doing. If you do it, you can very, 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 very comfortably do that. Thanks, Aditi. Sir, please some updates on QA 1000 Rao. We are going to launch on September 17th. Ritesh is asking, sir, I'm facing financial problem. I really want to fill for IFT. I'm thinking to first see my mock score, then apply. So please do write the mock. What will be a good score in IFT mock? Again, depends on exam to exam, Ritesh. I will have to check which mock that you're writing and then only tell you. DM me, I will help you for sure for that. Okay. Yes, Sahil. That's the whole idea. Where in QA 1000 also we'll do something very, very different. Where each of the areas which are there in quant, I'm going to look at what are the most important areas and look at some of the questions which are important, so that if you are good in that, in the CAT exam also, you will become much, much better. Right. Aditya, I am doing very silly mistakes in quant. Silly mistakes are not correct, Aditya. You are probably being silly there. All I'm saying is be concentrate a little more in the exam. Maybe reduce one question attempt, but I think you'll be fine. Vishal, start. I just told you what you should do for VARC, for DILR, very, very clearly. Sounder Krishna, do we need to separately apply for colleges? Yes, of course, you need to apply separately for colleges except for the IIMs. If you apply for CAT, the IIMs, it's done. But for all other exams, all other institutes, beg your pardon, you have to apply separately. Shubham, if you're getting 25, 20, 35, there is clearly a score to improve in your verbal section very, very clearly by 10 to 15 marks. And even in your DILR and your quant section by 5 marks each. 10 marks in quant verbal, 5 in the other two. That's used and getting it wrong. My simplest answer for that is think of the answer and mark the other one. You will start getting good scores. Very, very clear. Okay. Satyam Sanu, whether it's a non-engineer or an engineer, frankly, engineers are equally bad. Yeah. How many of you will agree with me that engineers are equally bad in quant as non-engineers? Some of you? Oh shit. There's some problem, guys. I hope you can see me still. There is no power here, it appears to me suddenly. But don't worry. We will continue with that. I think the net is still there, I guess. Okay, you can see me. See, yeah. So don't worry about those of you who are QA 1000 is starting on September 17th, Abhishek. So please do not worry too much about it, guys. That quant, you are a non-engineer, therefore you should not be good in quant kind of things. That's bullshit, actually, according to me. All of us are good or bad because all of this is 10th class math, 10th class quant. Keep that in mind is what I would say. Sandeep, they will also have application fee, my friend. So respected sir, I always got confused. Nalin, that's what I'm saying. If you're confused between two RC questions, first things, you are not reading the two choices very carefully. Look at the question also carefully. Look at whether you want a generic answer. In fact, I'll tell you what, next session, there's already 2 minutes to go for this session. I'm going to record one very, very interesting video of how to choose between two choices in verbal ability in an RC and post it for each one of you. See if it will help you kind of things, Nalin. Yes, 99 percentile should be decent enough to get 99.2 kind of things. Anurag, sir, I'm getting 20 percentile in CAT mocks. What should I do? Anurag, I mean, actually, you have everything to gain from this. If you have only 99%, 20 percentile, target 50 percentile for the next mock. That's all I'm saying. Akshay, September 17th. Sir, how to choose LRDA sets in mocks? Akash, don't choose sets. Try solving all of them is what I would say. Fear, uncertainty, all the negative things come while giving the mocks. I'm done with the basics, but not able to good score. Aditya, the second revision, which will start right now, let's say from September 15th to October 15th, will start giving you the dividends. Don't give up right now. Okay? MDI Gurgaon is a fantastic institute, Satyam. Career launches, sir, are the XIM Bhubaneswar, MBA RM, SM, and MBA UMG programs. They're decent, Rastogi. But again, I'm saying, look at what are the things that you really, really want to get into. These are also very, very good institutes, frankly. Thanks, Yash. Atul, getting 99% in MGSCT will help my profile for IIMs as I am fourth year row. No, it will not help, Atul, very frankly. No connection at all. I want to give Nmat after CAT, so that what would you recommend IFT? IFT ke baad hi recommend karna. Very close to Snap. Snap and Nmat are very, very similar exams, my friend. So you go ahead and do that, Tanvi. Okay? Last one question that I'm going to answer, guys. I don't have my EW certificate or old one until now. Can I submit with an acknowledgement of undertaking? You can do that, Akansha. So, yes, Nalin. Absolutely no problems at all with your scores. Absolutely no problems with FABM also. Well, that is one hell of a session of 1 hour, my friends. Thank you so much of you who are giving me a thumbs up today. 1 hour. We'll come back to you in 2 weeks from now. Many sessions that I'm going to take up separately on YouTube Live as well as in other places. Do get in touch with me, those of you who are there. And get your friends also to the next AMA with ARKS. I will try my best to answer as many questions as you are. It's the best one, Yash. Trust me on this. The countdown marks will be nothing better. No other institute will have anything close to that, including the kind of a feedback that we give you. Okay? Sid, take it to believe it is what I would say. XLRI ROI is the ROI is very, very good. Okay? So DILR and VARC strategy, I will pick it up next time. Right now it's 8 p.m. So I will stop it right now. Thank you so much for listening to me live on Ask Me Anything with ARKS. It's always pleasure, my friends. More questions coming in. Keep coming in. Mail me at arks@careerlauncher.com. I'll be very, very happy to answer that. Thank you. And do write the other exams as we go along. Thank you.